You want to hear a horrible story, really. It's horrible. So I am out here at Deerfield Academy, indoor tennis pavilion. All right. They are trying to be the premier tennis court company or the tennis court school for the state. If you are a great tennis player, then you are going to come to this school because they have the best coach, they have the best facilities. Well, we got hired to install the divider nets and the backdrops. That's what the guys are up there doing right now. Okay, we're putting in these brackets, which the tarps are going to hang off of. Now, we are in a floodplain. We're in a floodplain right now. So this building actually floods with up to 2 feet of water when the flood comes. That's why it has garage doors around the whole entire thing, because apparently when it floods with 2 feet of water, then they can open the doors, it dries out. But to make that happen, the floor is bowed. There's a bow in the middle of the floor, so your tarp length in the middle is 10 feet, but on the edge it's like 1.5 feet difference. So how do you hang tarps, make them look level, but follow the contour of the ground? This is the problem that we ran into. Now, I came out here, Josh and I came out here months ago, December, I think. They wanted us to buy the tarps. And I said, I would like to go do a site visit first. So we came out and did a site visit, and I met with Derek from Fontaine Brothers, great foreman who's working this job. And he's telling me, yeah, there's a 1.6 pitch on each side of the floor. And I'm like, oh, that's going to be a problem. So then I leave, I call my contact, and I say, hey, how do you want us to do this? Do you want us to hang the wire that the tarps are going to go on in a slant to follow the contour of the ground? Or, do you want us to... that's going to look funny, But we can hang it straight, and then you're going to have a 1.5 foot gap on one side. And if you know anything about tennis and tennis courts, indoor especially, I need to sit down. It's just been one of those days. If you have a slope like that in your floor and you have that gap, what's the point of what's the point, right? What's the point of having the backdrops if the balls aren't protected from going behind them? So I call them and they say, oh, okay, we're going to figure this out. So their remedy was to make one piece 350 something feet long and then have Velcro sections on the bottom of it. Now, they're saying that they didn't approve that they looked at the shop drawings and thought it was individual panels, and that's what they wanted. Now, if they were individual panels, they'd be close to 75 feet long, which is typically what your tennis court is. So what they do is they'll take a 75-foot section, and then they'll do another 75-foot section, and then they'll put a seam there, but then they'll put a Velcro backdrop on that says court 3 or something. So as you're walking behind it, you know where to enter. Well, they're saying they wanted panels that they could remove when it gets wet so that the water could drain. Now, they technically got that because the bottom of these tarps Velcro off, but they didn't figure in, walking in the building, there's no doors. The main door to walk into this facility is covered by a tarp, and the only way you can get through is with a 5-foot slit. So I don't know what's going on. I know I got $30,000 worth of tarps on the ground out of pocket, and now they're looking at me telling me it's going to have to go back for an RFQ or an RFI, and they're going to have to go back to design, and now they don't want to put these tarps up at all. They want the individual tarps. It's what is going on here? Not good, folks.